This is Hall County Sports, brought to you by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. Remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair, 770-535-7278. And by McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McKelvey Road in Oakwood. With 3 worship services, Kids Town, and adult small groups, McKelvey Road United Methodist Church, dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Hall County Sports Television. I'm your host, Garry Glenn. Got a lot of ground to cover in this particular show, so we're going to hit the ground running, literally. We're going to talk track and field this segment. The state classification, the all-classification boys track and field championships. The Georgia Olympics take place this week in Jefferson. We've got some local folks who have qualified for the state meet. First of all, let's talk about the Region 8 AAA Championship. The North Hall Trojans won the whole meet. They finished first with 108 points. Monroe area was second with 89. Oconee County just behind them at 88, and Gainesville in fourth place, 57. Qualifying for state, winning the region in the 1,600 and the 3,200 meter runs, Cody Barger. Finishing second for the Trojans, Brandon Lawson, in the 1,600 and 800 meter runs. Ben Satterfield ran the 200 in 22:52, shattered the school record, 22:95. Patrick Chappelle was second in the shot put, and Drew Bryant was second in the discus. Also from Region 8 AAA, Troy McKeithen of Gainesville qualified for state with 2 second-place finishes in the 110 meter hurdles and the triple jump. Gainesville with another qualifier on the second from Desmond Hamilton in the long jump. And from West Hall, Jason McCurdy, second place in the 400. Josh Penley, second place in the 3200s, qualifying for Georgia Olympics, as did Johnson's Kyle Stacy, first place in the shot put, and Chesterton's Tyler Armour, first place in the pole vault. And we bring to the show now the region championship coach from 8 AAA, North Hall's Joe Bradshaw. Joe, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you so much for having us.
And let's talk first of all about that region championship. Now, we didn't mention some of these other guys, and let me mention them now. Tucker Cicero, 3,200 meters, third, as well as your 4x100 meter relay team. It was Jacob Fortner, C.J. Curry, Randy Olson, and Ben Satterfield. Fourth place is Whit Nix in the 800, Jacob Fortner in the 110 high hurdles and the 300 intermediates, Randy Olson in the high jump. Fifth place, Ben Satterfield in the 100 meters. Nate Simon triple jump, 4x400 meter relay team, which was Nate Simon, Randy Olson, Brandon Lawson, Ben Satterfield. Sixth place, Chase Yarborough in the pole vault, tying for 6th. And in 7th place, Nate Simon, the 400 meter dash. Now, these guys that I just mentioned here don't qualify for state, but they were very, very vital to you in winning the region championship.
Absolutely, absolutely. It got down to where every point was going to count. We knew going into the finals that we matched up well with everybody, which means everybody matched up well with us, and we really had to have some good performances, and we did. All those guys PR'd in the finals. It's the first time in a while that North Hall's won a region in track. Since 2006.
Wow. Okay. Well, I knew it had been a little bit time. Because you guys are always famous for your distance running, cross country, and so forth up there. But this shows a little bit of depth here, Joe, and that's got to be encouraging to you.
Absolutely. Probably the most encouraging is the fact that we have so many seniors that have run for 3 or 4 years. And that's the biggest challenge, is to keep kids out the spring of their senior year. And if they can stay out and continue to get better, then you've got a great chance at making a deep run. So,
and you know, in the past, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that a lot of people here in Hall County, baseball is a big springtime sport, and of course soccer is too. And sometimes it seems as if other sports use track and field to stay in shape for those other sports.
Sometimes.
Rather than as an end in and of itself. But now you've got some seniors that say, hey, we might can do something as seniors in track and field.
Absolutely. They wanted it and went after it and got it. And hopefully it'll continue on to the underclassmen, and maybe even encourage some of those kids that aren't running it this time to come on out and join it.
And I think if some of them ever got a good shot at what goes on down in Jefferson, they'd want to get there.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's real important. We've got the shot putter, Patrick Chappelle, is a sophomore, first-time track athlete, and the discus thrower is a freshman. So you're going to get some of those young kids, some of that experience and see what's going on and kind of talk it up. So it's not just your long distance, it's not just your seniors going, it's well represented.
Well, I know that track is a bit of an objective sport in the fact that you can look around the state and see what people have thrown or what they've run. So tell me, is Cody going to be favored in the 1,600 and the 3,200?
It's actually going to be extremely tight.
Really?
His PR in the 3,200 is the leading time, but he didn't run that at region, but he wasn't going for that PR at region. But there's several guys that are in the 930s, 920s, which you never know what they've got when they run with somebody like Cody that's run 9:10. So there's always that possibility that they'll push him. But the 1600 is extremely loaded. There's 7 guys in the 420s, including Cody. Yeah, so it should come down to that last lap.
Well, I know that he's your only region champion individually, but how about these second place guys? They got a chance to make a little noise at Georgia Olympics?
I hope so. I hope so. We are a little bit young with the freshmen and the sophomore throwers, and the throws are so strong at Jefferson. But we really just want them to be able to PR, and if that can take them into the finals, then fantastic. Ben Satterfield's worked extremely hard in the 200-meter dash. He actually improved. He broke the school record by 0.4 of a second, but he improved his by almost a half a second. His PR from before the region finals. So the sprints are just so fickle. I mean, you could have a great race, and a bad start and you're done.
Yeah, a bad start just kills you in a sprint.
Yeah, there's no time to recover.
No, exactly.
So anything can happen. So he can definitely make it in. We're hoping he can.
And we talk about a half second, 0.4 of a second. People say, that's just a blink of an eye, but in a sprint, it's huge.
It's huge. It's huge. It's 10 meters. It's huge.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, how about the team? What do you think? Who's the favorite in AAA, Joe? Who's
Carrollton.
Carrollton.
They won last year, and they have pretty much all the kids that scored are coming back. The sprinters, the jumpers, the hurdlers.
That's tough to compete with.
It really is.
But you've got your own personal goals.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've done well enough the past few years, and even before that, but specifically these last 4 years. In 2008 we were 4th, 2009 we were 7th, and then last year we were 5th. So we would like to continue that top 10 if we can. We always want to finish in that top 10.
Sure. All right. Well, good luck to the Trojans.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Now, the Flowery Branch track and field team wound up 3rd in Region 8 Quad A in the championships in Loganville. Maurice Ryden qualified for 2 events at the state meet with a first-place finish in the 1,600-meter run and 2nd in the 800. In the 3,200-meter run, Kenny Slavic and Drew Garland ran 1st and 2nd, respectively, and Austin Eckenroth took 1st in the pole vault. I visited earlier this week with the branch coach, Jimmy Sorrells. Jimmy, of course, it's Georgia Olympics week, and it's a big deal for all the boys around the state that have qualified for the state track meet. Tell me about your guys.
Got 4 guys in 4 different events. We are taking Austin Eckenroth up there. He's going to do pole vault, and he's got a real good chance of winning. Of course, he was state runner-up last year in AAA. And Quad A, he's looking with the best vault so far this year. So if he does what he's supposed to do, we could hopefully have a state champion. Maurice is going to be running in 2 events. He'll be running in the 1,600 and 800. On Thursday, he'll be running 1,600-meter final. On Friday, he'll try to qualify for the finals on the 800. And then on Saturday evening, got Drew Garland and Kenny Slavic both running the 3,200. With the mile and 2 mile, everything's a final, so everybody's got a chance. You got to show up and run.
Well, that's it. And you got to put it on the line when it counts. Have you been pleased with the way the guys have come on this year?
Yeah, I was real surprised. I mean, it's not a reflection of our team very well, because we actually finished 3rd in region as boys, which is a very big improvement from where we were last year, and a couple of guys were narrowly missed getting out. So I'm very pleased with where we come from last year. I'm very happy for Kenny and Maurice, because they're seniors. It's an opportunity for them to get out. We've been out of that murderous 7 AAA in distance and had an opportunity to get out in this region, and they finally get to run a state track meet. They've never actually gotten to run a state before. So I'm happy for them.
Now, the Flowery Branch girls also finished 3rd on their side of Region 8 Quad A, while at the 8 AAA girls meet, West Hall sort of sprinted to the championship, coming from 3rd place after day 1. Lanisha Kirsch ran 1st in the 100 and 300-meter hurdles. Maya Booker zipped to 1st place finishes in the 100 and 200-meter dashes. West Hall's 4x100 relay team of Booker, Kirsch, Simone McGee, and Victoria Tuttle will also make the trip to the girls' state meet next week down in Albany. They finished 2nd. With her 2nd in the high jump, Haley Haynes claimed a spot for West Hall at the state championship, and Ryan Sherry ran 2nd in the 800. She'll make the trip too. We'll have more on the girls next week as they get set for their state championship. By the way, one other track note before we leave track and field, though. Former North Hall runner Tom McCormick, who is now at Clemson, won the 3,000-meter steeplechase recently at the prestigious Penn Relays in Philadelphia. He won by more than 2 seconds. He also set a personal record in that event with a time of 9 minutes, 1.1 seconds, and that was faster than the Olympic development athletes who were there. Keep it up, Ty. We take you to the links right after this.
Do you want to win a car?
Yes!
Adopt your rubber ducks today.
And you can win this 2011 Toyota Camry LE and other great prizes.
Visit rubberduckderby.com or call 770-656-2527 to adopt your ducks today.
And come out May 7th to see if you won and enjoy the family fun at our marketplace.
Great futures start here!
Hurry in before we sell it all to G's Home Furnishings' $2 million cash-raising furniture blowout. Save like never before on living rooms, leather, dining rooms, bedrooms, bedding, accessories, and much, much more. Guaranteed lowest sale prices. If you can find it for less anywhere else, we'll match it or beat it. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell everyone you know to come in and take home fine furniture at savings of a lifetime. G's Home Furnishings' $2 million cash-raising furniture blowout. 11 Grove Street, Dahlonega. Going, gone.
Proper maintenance is vital to the life of your car. Let the experts at Mountain View Auto Repair take care of all your vehicle needs. Owner Danny Hammock has over 50 years of experience in the automotive business and has earned a reputation of being honest and fair with his customers.
We try to treat everybody like I want to be treated. You know, that works out pretty good, and try to keep our price as low as possible to keep people coming in and give them a good price for their money. We do whatever turns up on a car, any kind of work, any kind of car, just it don't really matter. We do it all. People say, when are you going to quit and retire? I said, probably never. You know, as long as the Lord let me work, I'll probably be here working.
I've been trading with Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair for about 20 years. I've always been very happy with his work. It's very easy for me to talk with him. He doesn't talk down to me. He explains it in a manner that I can understand.
Most of my customers are like friends here. You know, I've known them so long, and I count them as, most all of them as friends to me.
Remember, when you want honest, reliable service, put Mountain View Auto Repair under your hood.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. I'm Garry Glenn, and this is Hall County Sports. The boys' AAA State Golf Championship was contested at Chattahoochee this past Monday. Gainesville, the region champ, and 8 AAA were the hosts. Unfortunately for the Red Elephants, it wasn't their day. They finished 5th after a team total of 304. Now, that 304 was their lowest round of the season. Columbus repeated as state champ, shooting a .293. But what may have surprised some people, maybe not themselves, but surprised some other folks, was the finish for the North Hall Trojans. After finishing tied with Richmond Academy for second at an even 300, the Trojans buckled down and won a one-hole playoff to claim the second-place trophy outright. Columbus' Jimmy Beck shot a 68, claimed the individual medalist honors, and led the team to victory. Individually for North Hall, in the rounds that counted in the team score, Ryan Matthews shot a 72, Jackson Berry shot 75, Charlie Matthews 76, and Hunter Young a 77. And then in the playoff, Andy Bracewell hit a bogey, Matt McCormick had a tap-in for bogey, and Berry, Young, and Matthews all shot par. And again, the 300, the Trojans' lowest round of the season by a baker's dozen. We welcome back to the show a man that was with us last week, Coach Robert Mills of the Trojans, as well as one of his seniors, Charlie Matthews. Actually, Charlie, I said one of his seniors. You're the only senior on the team, right?
Yes, sir. The lone workhorse, you know.
Coach, that's good news for you for next year.
Well, let's hope so. That's the way you set it up.
Well, let me talk a little bit about that. Now, last week on the show, I had a number of people that saw that show came up to me and said, you know, Coach Mills was a little bit prophetic. He said, we're capable of shooting a low round, and all of a sudden you go out and do it. Well,
I felt good, and I felt even better after sitting at the number 1 tee, and all 6 golfers hit the ball down the middle of the fairway. The last time I saw that was the first time we won the region championship. Some number of years ago, it was at Chattahoochee, and I sat there and watched 6 guys hit it down the middle, and we had a great day that day. So that was a good feeling.
Charlie, before you started the playoff, Coach Bob here comes up to you, and I heard him say this. He said, everything this is gravy. He said, don't worry about it. Go out there and have fun. You said that, didn't you? You said, had fun.
I always do, yeah.
Did you have fun?
Oh, of course. I mean, that's my favorite part of golf, playing off. I mean, we're not the best in playoffs over the years, as this statistics may show. We like to lose in the dark, but I feel like the daylight kind of saved us. I mean, our freshmen came through with a big par putt, so that kind of kept our morale up, you know.
What did you think, Coach, when you looked up at that leaderboard, and all of a sudden you said, "Man, we're in second place. We got a shot, at finishing second." I
didn't look at the leaderboard.
You didn't?
I never went over to the scoreboard.
I wouldn't let him go over there.
I never went to the scoreboard. Charlie and some of the other guys, Coach Hicks, my assistant coach, and they just kept coming over and said, "You don't go over there."
Yeah.
And I never went over.
Charlie, when you said, "Okay, here we go. We got a playoff now," how are you feeling? We're going to get this thing? We got it now? Or is it something, as you said, sometimes the playoffs come up and bite you a little bit?
I mean, I kind of felt kind of good because Richland, they had a 69 and a 73, and the rest of their scores were 78 and higher. I mean, our guys were playing great that day. I mean, Jackson Berry shoots 75, best round of the year. I shoot 76, best round of the year. My little brother Ryan shoots 72, and Hunter Young pulls out a great 77. So, I mean, everyone was playing great. And from the looks of it, we always sometimes go at about 9 o'clock at night, right at the end of the day, and go play, whether it be 10, 11, 12, and then skip over to 18. So I feel like we've played it enough times that I knew tee shot down the middle or left for most of us.
Yeah. And you had a shot where you had to take a drop, right?
I did.
Tell me about that now.
It was a free drop.
Okay, a free drop.
Yeah, I was standing on the cart path, so that's one club length relief, and I took my drop on the right side of the cart path, closer to the fairway, but the other two who were in my group had to take it kind of in the rough behind a tree. But I was kind of fortunate in the sense I got to drop it on the right side, but I kind of didn't luck out too much when it dropped into a divot. So I had to play a tough shot out of there.
But saved par.
Luckily.
Game of inches, Coach.
Oh, it is. Golf's a really funny game. You take the good, because you're going to have some bad bounces, but you accept the good gracefully.
And is this, I mean, obviously, you want to win it all, but second in the state ain't bad, guys.
Oh, no. In the field that we were playing in, it was really good.
And then Gainesville wins the region, but you turn around and beat them in the state. Is that the way it goes, huh?
Well,
we got the last laugh.
Well, we've battled them all year. The playoff in the Hall County tournament.
Right.
Our Principals Cup went right down to the end, and they came out ahead in that one. And so, it was kind of our turn.
Yeah, your turn. All right. Now, Charlie, you headed over to Georgia, but you're not going to do any more competitive golf like team-wise, right? But this is something you can kind of play the rest of your life if you want to.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I quit baseball in 9th grade, decided let's try some golf, and I didn't even think that we'd finish in the top 5, to be honest with you, this year. So, runner-up at state, it's a great way to leave. Great way to leave.
Absolutely. And like you said, Coach, you got some good guys coming back. Everybody stays well, stays healthy, and stays out.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Good luck to the Trojans. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. Congratulations. That's all right. Don't got an individual medal to go with that as well.
Thanks for having us.
Good luck to the Trojans in the future. Good luck, Charlie.
Thank you very much.
Now, before we leave local golf, let me tell you that on the girls' side, which was held just up the road on the Chesterton course in Dawsonville, Gainesville wound up 5th there as well. Franklin County's Jessica Welch's 66 led the Lady Lions to the AAA title. Leanne Noble led the Lady Elephants with an 87. We're back with more Hall County sports in just a moment.
My name is Lloyd Smith.
I'm Renee Barnett.
My name's Alan Cudd.
My name's Don Cooper.
My name is Mike Stewart, and I attend McKever Road United Methodist Church, the church on the hill here in Oakwood, Georgia. We'd love for you to come join us.
This message has been brought to you by the people of the McKever Road United Methodist Church. Gary Cole, pastor.
There are moments in life that you wish would last forever. Dreams that really do come true. Treasures worth protecting. And a future to prepare for. Turner Wood & Smith is with you every step of the way. Established in the Gainesville area in 1905. Turner Wood & Smith has become Northeast Georgia's largest independent insurance agency by offering professional service at competitive prices. Turner Wood & Smith, insuring your future since 1905.
I'm Garry Glenn. This is Hall County Sports. We got soccer for you this particular segment on the show. Most lopsided win for the local guys last week was Johnson's 10-0 Mercy Rule beatdown of Troop It was the first playoff win by Mercy Rule in Johnson history. The match ended 10 minutes early. You see, they had prom that night, and they needed to get going. Ariel Mejia had the hat trick. Edgar Ochoa had a couple of goals and an assist for the Knights, whose coach is Brian Shirley. First of all, Coach, Mercy Rule, 10-0, unprecedented almost, isn't it, huh?
It was a pretty good effort. We played very solid, got some young kids in. We were able to rest our starters. We just played well top to bottom. Didn't go out and try to make that happen. We just were fortunate to come out and play smart and solid soccer that night.
Obviously, offensively and defensively, things were clicking.
Absolutely. I think we only let them have 3 shots, and only one of which were on goal the whole night. Defense played sound. Offense, we moved the ball well, held possession, and were able to create a lot of opportunities first and second half.
Of course, you were the region champions. Where have you seen improvement since the regular season?
I think overall just our possession. We're holding on to the ball. We're not trying to force anything to happen. We just kind of wait for the other team to make a mistake, and then once we see the weakness, then that's where we attack.
All right. Well, what's it going to take this a little bit further?
A lot of heart, a lot of effort, and limit our mistakes. We have Woodward coming up, and they're a very, very talented team, top to bottom. Played for a state championship last year, and they're always in the mix every year. One of the best programs overall in the state.
Yeah, well, and you established some tradition at Johnson now too, huh?
Yes, sir. We just try to be consistent year in, year out, and get in the tournament and see how far we can go with a run.
Good luck to the Knights.
All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Johnson's 9th-ranked girls team ended their season with a 3-2 playoff loss to number 8-rated Columbus. Kaylin Dubanowski scoring both goals for the Lady Knights, will end their season at 12-4. Turning to other soccer, Flowery Branch's girls advanced to the second round of the playoffs with a 2-0 win over Dunwoody. Cassidy Elrod scored both goals, and the Lady Falcons outshot them 18-0. North Hall boys played on in the state playoffs after Adrian Guadarrama scored twice in a 4-2 win over Columbus. Defending AAA champions Gainesville blanked the LaGrange boys 2-0. Douglas Mejia scored and assisted on another by Gabriel Osorio. Next up for the 15-3 and number 7-ranked Gainesville Red Elephants is a shot at top-ranked and unbeaten St. Pius. West Hall girls eliminated 5-2 by Carrollton last Friday in the first round of the Class AAA playoffs in Carrollton. Monica Pasquale and Brooke Reed each scored for the Lady Spartans, will end their season at 12-6. Meanwhile, Chestatee continued their run with their first ever playoff win in the history of the girls soccer program there. Alex Rebiar had the hat trick as the Lady War Eagles won at LaGrange 5-2. And congrats to the Hall County Middle School soccer champions. C.W. Davis girls won their 6th straight title when they beat West Hall 3-2 in penalty kicks. Meanwhile, the West Hall boys beat North Hall for their side of the title. We're going to work with the iron and more when we come back. If you are looking for a quality used car, then look no further than the car store on McKelvey Road between Gainesville and Beaufort. You won't find clunkers or junkers at the car store, just vehicles you'll be proud to own. At the car store, they can finance you on the spot, no matter what your credit is. They have a variety of plans. You can even phone your payments in. At the car store, they've been giving outstanding service to the community for over 20 years. At the car store, everybody rides.
Come on down to the car store. We can make you happy. My name's Bob Watson, and I guarantee it.
Hurry in before we sell it all to G's Home Furnishings' $2 million cash-raising furniture blowout. Save like never before on living rooms, leather, dining rooms, bedrooms, bedding, accessories, and much, much more. Guaranteed lowest sale prices. If you can find it for less anywhere else, we'll match it or beat it. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell everyone you know to come in and take home fine furniture at savings of a lifetime. G's Home Furnishings' $2 million cash-raising furniture blowout. 11 Grove Street, Dahlonega. Going, gone.
Now, this past Saturday, April 30th, marked the end of the local Olympic weightlifting season with a state championship meet at Flowery Branch. The Falcons and Lady Falcons wound up runners-up to the Chestatee teams. I visited with Flowery Branch strength coach C.J. Stockel, who was one of the meet directors. His team hosted the meet. C.J. says they missed out on some lifts. That made a difference. C.J. State Championship held here at the Branch this past weekend. Give us some results.
Well, the big lifters were Chestatee, both boys and girls. They won the boys championship and the girls championship. Here at the time we had 5 world team members that were competing, and they all did a wonderful job. 4 girls and 1 guy, and so, you know, all that was good. The lifts were heavy. I mean, we saw guys putting up 140, 150 kilos on clean and jerks. We saw snatches over 100 kilos. Little Jimmy McIntyre, who's a 69-kilo lifter, we're talking 100, 150 pounds, trying to snatch 220 pounds. I mean, stuff like that. You know, and he turned around and clean and jerked 130 kilos, which we're talking 285 pounds. So then you had my daughter, Hope, who's getting ready to go to Peru next week with Ellen Kircher and Jimmy for the Youth World Championships. She went 6 for 6, set PRs, 58 kilos in the snatch, 73 kilos in the clean and jerk. Ellen Kircher, clean and jerk 70. You had Megan Poole, who clean and jerked 103 kilos. Now we're talking a girl that weighs less than 150 pounds, clean and jerking about 225, 228 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, between 227 and 228.
That's pretty stinking good.
They've got to be the world's strongest cheerleader.
But yeah, exactly. But you know what? That's why she's going to the Olympic Training Center as an athlete for the next 4 years. And, you know, that's what's coming out of this. And you said it right. She's a cheerleader. That's pretty big stuff.
Yes,
right
it is. Yes, it is. And you guys finished second.
We finished. The branch finished second, but boys and girls. You know, but like I said to you, and you know this from weightlifting, he who makes his lifts wins. And that's what happened, you know. But it's the greatest thing about competition, you know, is we're all getting ready. And for Stan and I, hey, we're getting ready. Spring football's right now.
Yeah.
So this is also a thing that we've used to step up to get ready for spring football, you know, and to see other athletes. Jenny Arthur, clean and jerking 100 kilos, snatching around 80 kilos. That's a track athlete, you know, and I guess that's the word, athlete.
Yeah. CJ, always thank you for the time. And, of course, we'll be checking back in with you when you get rid of those school-age nationals here.
Hey, we look forward to
at the branch.
It.
All right.
At the branch. Thanks, Gary.
Let's turn now to baseball. We told you about that great pitchers duel last week between Chris Stevens of North Hall and David Gonzalez of Gainesville. Gonzalez went 6 2/3 innings and didn't get the win. Hunter Anglin did, but he did score the winning run. Also last week, North Hall did crush Oconee County 11-2. Preston Graham went the distance, struck out 5. Griffin Olson had 4 RBI with 3 hits. Wade Phillips launched a 2-run home run in the second inning. What a game for Stephen Mason later in the week in Gainesville, 17-5, 6-inning walloping of Walnut Grove. He not only pitched 5 innings and struck out 6, he was also 4 for 5 with 2 homers and 5 RBI in Loganville. And even though White County lost to Franklin County, they still won the Region 8 AAA title in tiebreakers with North Hall and Gainesville, who did also both win last Friday. North Hall had a 15-0 3-inning thrashing of Johnson, while Gainesville beat up on Chestatee 18-3, also in 3 innings. Jared Oliver struck out 5 in only 3 innings. Olson had a triple and 3 RBI for the Trojans. Jesse Strickland went 2 for 2 and also drove in 3, and Andrew Smith was 2 for 3 with an RBI. For the Red Elephants, Anglin went to 7-0 on the season after striking out 2 in 2 innings. Skylar Weber 2 for 3 with a homer, 3 runs scored, and 4 RBI. So now Gainesville will host Troop for 2 games on Friday. North Hall will have to travel to LaGrange. More on those games next week. In Quad A, Flowery Branch began their postseason quest with a doubleheader sweep of Rockdale County, 11-0 and 8-2. Andrew Lahr gave up only 3 hits in Game 1, which was a 5-inning affair. In Game 2, C.J. Navin had a solo home run, and Breck Davidson belted a 3-run shot for the Falcons, who entered the playoffs as a 3 seed. The Lions of Lakeview put on a late surge, but they lost out in tiebreaker criteria for the postseason. Nevertheless, the Lions do end the season winners, 15-11 overall, 12-8 in the league. Okay, time now to name our athletes of the week for the females. Going to be Hope Stockel, Flowery Branch weightlifting state champion, and in the state meet she was 6 for 6 with 3 personal records. And for the males, Cody Barger, North Hall, track and field, a double region winner in the distances. Okay, let's finish up with some other stuff in tennis. Let's update you on that. Gainesville's 6th-ranked boys fell in the second round of the high school state playoffs, 4-1 to St. Pius. Lone win for the Red Elephants came at number 2 doubles from the team of Alexander Davis and Alex Zase. On the college court, Brunau's tennis women wound up playing Auburn-Montgomery for the championship, but lost 5-2 to finish second in the Southern States Athletic Conference. They'd beaten Spring Hill 9-Love and William Carey 5-0 en route to the finals. Golden Tigers now waiting to see if they will receive an at-large bid to the NAIA National Championships. A lot of college signings to report, but we're just flat out of time, so we're going to have to get to that next week. And also next week, we're going to take care of some more unfinished business and name our seasonal picks for this past season for teams, coaches, and athletes of the winter. That's all for this week. I'm Garry Glenn. Join us next week right here for more Hall County Sports. Hall County Sports is brought to you in part by Green Ford on Browns Bridge Road in Gainesville. Check out the latest deals. And remember, when you go Green Ford. By Mountain View Auto Repair, a full-service shop for all of your automotive needs. Call Danny at Mountain View Auto Repair at 770-535-7278. And by McKelvey Road United Methodist Church. Visit us on McKelvey Road in Oakwood with 3 worship services every Sunday morning, Kids Town and adult small groups. McKelvey Road United Methodist Church is dedicated to transforming the world through the good news of Jesus Christ.